Hi guys, Tom Bullington here, Keller Williams, Premier Realty. It is New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2019. And depending on what you think, I do have a friend who pointed out to me that the end of the decade is not until next year. But let's just call it the end of the decade for the majority of us. The teens are over. The 20s begin tomorrow. The roaring 20s of the 21st century begin tomorrow. And boy, it has been, let's just say, quite a year. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life that has been challenging and just amazingly good also. And I guess that's, as you get older, things happen where you are either when you're older you encounter a little bit more things, and things come up that maturity helps you deal with. So definitely have had it overall has been a great year, has been a very good year, and I hope it's been a good year for you as well. Wanted to talk to you about a couple things that happen at the very first of the year in real estate, because that's why we're here, obviously. Number one, there's a lot of homes that are on contract right now, that are under contract, actively listed on the MLS right now, that will not be tomorrow. Sometimes when agents will list a home for sale with their clients, they make the contract go through the end of the year. So December 31st of 2019, there's a lot of homes that if they do not sell by the end of today, if they do not have an active purchase agreement by the end of today, they will be what is called expired. So they will not be listed. They will not be actively listed on the MLS. So a number of realtors will be calling you if you have if you are in a situation, you're a home seller that has a home active right now, but the contract goes through 12/31 of 19. Tomorrow's a whole new year, and you will be getting some calls probably from realtors, if not tomorrow, January 2nd. So number one, that's something to keep in mind. Look at your contract if you're under contract currently with a realtor, to make sure that your home is, if it's not an extension after tomorrow, if you like the realtor that you're working with, great. If you're satisfied with the realtor that you're working with, outstanding. Make sure to tell him or her that, hey, I noticed our contract expires on December 31st. Do you want to redo it, re-up it? So that's one thing to keep in mind. The other thing, and it's a little bit unfortunate, obviously, but you kind of have to bring it up, is the topic of divorce. And as you know, approximately, it depends on what statistics you use. And the statistics are sometimes, you can use them for whatever purpose you have. But let's just say about half the people in the United States get divorced when they get married. And some people get remarried and some people don't. But not majority, about half of marriages, first marriages, end in divorce. I only mention that because, and it does have something to do with real estate. I'll get to the point. January 2nd is the number one day for people to file for divorce in the United States. Why is that? Well, the prevailing theory is that folks get through the holiday season with their family. They get through Thanksgiving and Christmas. And assuming that that wasn't just like the final straw where they had a terrible Christmas experience, or they didn't get what they wanted for Christmas or whatever, folks wait until after the holidays to kind of get through those family events, those family milestones, dinners, activities, trips, birthdays, things like, I guess there are some birthdays, but some of the occasions that happen around the holidays, and they want to wait until the first of the year to ask for a divorce. kind of an interesting tidbit, but if you are getting divorced and you do file for divorce, you will be contacted by realtors. And this is something that there are folks out there who contact realtors like myself via email or phone calls, web, and they will cater specifically to divorced people who, in a lot of cases, need to sell their home. So if they're cohabiting, if they're living in the same home, and then one half of the marriage is moving out, sometimes the other half will not be able to afford to stay in the house, so they have to sell the house. Also, the person who's moving out, if they are in a financial situation to do so, they will be buying a house. So you might have not only the person who is moving out buying a house, but also the person who is selling a house because of a divorce situation. Obviously, it's a terrible situation. No one really enjoys the process of getting divorced or breaking up, but that is the case. In Minnesota, at least, it takes one spouse to buy a house, but it takes two to sell a house. So one to buy, two to sell. So you will need to work with more than likely an attorney, or more than likely, if there's an amicable divorce, you will need to work with both parties to sell the home. This has come up a couple times in my career in real estate, where we have a divorced couple, and they are, especially when you get into the contract negotiations and things like this, where one half of the former marriage needs to, has one perspective, the other half has another perspective. Obviously, they're not getting along very much. So sometimes you have to kind of work through that. So if you're buying a home and there's a divorce situation, sometimes it may take a little bit longer. Other times, divorced people are very willing to get it over with, sell the house, and you might even get a discount because they just want to sell the house. They want to be out of it quickly. So sad situation, not trying to make light of it at all, but it is. January 2nd is the number one day for people to start at least the process of getting divorced, now that the holiday season is behind us. So some interesting tidbits related to real estate regarding the new year, which will start tomorrow, obviously, January 1st of the year 2020. So I hope all of you sincerely have a great new year. It is a big deal to start a new year. It's emotional for some. It is a huge, psychologically, it's a big deal, and especially now that we're dealing with another decade, with the 20s, and it's an election year. There's a lot of stuff going on, both in local, state, national politics. Obviously, the world is continuing to move on in various ways, with ever-changing situation that way. The economy is still kind of up in the air, whether or not we're going to have a recession next year. Some indicators right now are saying probably not, that we might not have a recession. But you just never know with goofy things happening with the election, with politics, and with Congress and things like that. So hoping for the best for you and yours this holiday, tonight and tomorrow. Hope you enjoy all of the festivities this evening safely. Please do not drink and drive. Please have a designated driver. For the love of God, please don't drink and drive. So many ways to go out and enjoy yourself. If you care to drink alcohol to excess, please don't get in a car and drive. Okay, please. I'm begging you, please don't do that. That would be really a bad way to end the year and to start the year, and you're affecting so many other people. So, all right, that's my soapbox on drinking and driving. I've just known people that have been affected by it, profoundly affected by it, and it just is not worth being drunk and driving. It just isn't worth it, guys. So don't do it. Okay. Have a great, safe new year. We will talk to you probably tomorrow about something related to real estate. and hoping that you and yours have a very good, prosperous, blessed, wonderful, exceptional 2020. That's me for now. 651-402-6356, buysouthmetro.com. Hope you have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.